At 22, I almost became homeless. There were days I had to choose between eating or making sure my wife and daughter ate. At 27, I bought my first house. And the crazy part is, I didn't came from money. I did not have any connections. I just made one decision and stuck with it. This is exactly how I did it. What's up guys, my name is Angel, and today I'm going to break down exactly how I went from almost being homeless to buying my first home and turning it into a rental by 20. Before buying the house, I was living in a one-bedroom apartment built in 1970, paying about $950 a month. Nothing fancy, just enough space for me and my wife and my daughter and also my dog. Mentally, I was focused. I had a vision, but I didn't know exactly how I was going to get there. But if I'm being real, my story didn't start there. At 22, I couldn't even get a job because I was waiting on my work permit. So I had to do whatever I could. I was delivering food late at night, working long hours, and even trimming palm trees from 7 in the morning to 7 at night just for $100. And I remember there were moments where I had to sit there and think, do I eat today or do I make sure my wife and my daughter eat enough? When I finally got my work permit, everything changed. I applied to over 20 jobs and I finally got an opportunity in pest control. I remember the interview. They asked me why I wanted to work there, and I told them straight up, because I need to feed my family. No experience, nothing. But I was willing to do whatever it took. The day I got the job, I made a promise. I told my wife, and I told God, I'm going to work every single day because I'm never going back to that situation again. And I meant it. From 23 years old, I worked 7 days a week. No days off, no excuses. While everyone else was relaxing, I was working. And over time, something changed. I started learning about money. I started budgeting. And I started investing. I was putting around 35% of everything I made into crypto and other investments. And slowly things started adding up. By the time I turned 27, I had built around $250,000. And that's when I had a decision to make. Do I stay comfortable or do I take the next step? Me and my wife sat down and we had a real conversation about our future, and we realized something. We never thought we'd own a house before 30, so we started looking. We spoke to 7 different realtors, and honestly, most of them didn't take me seriously. They thought I didn't know what I was doing, but what they didn't know is that I already had done my research. This is where finding the right person was important. Eventually, I found one honest realtor, someone who actually listened and worked, and that's when things started moving. We used a DPA loan, about $10,000, and I don't have to pay it back until I refinance or sell the house. Closing costs was around $5,000, but here's the part that really changed everything. I didn't just buy the house to live in it. I turned it into something that works for me. I rent out 2 rooms for $650 each, and I even added a separate entrance so they have their own space. So if you think about it, that's $1,300 coming in every month, which helps cover a big part of the mortgage. So even though my interest rate on paper is 7.1%, because of the rental income, I'm effectively paying closer to 3.2%. But I want to be real with you. My life didn't magically change overnight. I'm not out here celebrating every day. I'm still working 7 days a week because I have bigger plans. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I focus on working, investing, and improving myself. I go to the gym. I study money. And one thing I've learned is that when you're really committed and you stay consistent, your life can change faster than you think. But you have to be willing to sacrifice. I'm not special. I just made a decision and I don't go back on it. And if I do, and if I can do it, you can too. This is the end of the video, and all I want to say is thank you for whoever listened to my story. It has been a long road, but I can officially say every day, little by little, we can all accomplish things. Thank you and goodbye.